Today, Precarious plays
Steven Universe, Save the Light.
Pearl is a big, silly comic relief character for the first few episodes. And that's why I like Pearl.
Okay, I was gonna argue with you, but okay.
Here, you keep on this track, and I've got some Pearl thoughts. The reason why Pearl is actually my very most favorite, it's because she's a fretting comic relief character at the start. Like there's a part,
Why, yes.
I think during Steven's birthday, where she winds up through a series of events, she winds up
Ready when you guys are.
like in a mime or clown, like a sad hobo clown get up.
Yeah, that was a rough episode.
Like sadly like weeping into a pie, if I remember correctly. And at that point, it's just, the scenario is hilarious.
No.
And it's really easy to laugh at Pearl. But I think she's a rare fretting mom. Whereas as the series goes on, her past completely recontextualizes her behavior early on and makes it so deeply tragic.
Yeah, because she's not so much like a fretting mom. It's weird. It's like you have two bereaved spouses in this situation.
Yeah.
So we have two widows of the Steven, because, well,
Because of things.
because
in the
of
show.
things. And if you've
Wait,
seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And it's great. I mean, it's not great. It's
let's
really sad.
let's raise the spoiler level from here on out to maximum. Like, this is the bright red spoiler tier.
Yes, because you have now caught up to me.
Well, now I have caught up to all available mainline Steven Universe content. Right?
Right, so spoiler threats high.
I like both versions of Pearl. I like being able to laugh at Pearl whenever she's one of my favorite scenarios, one of my favorite lines from the whole show is whenever Steven wakes up after having a nightmare and Pearl is like standing at the foot of his bed and she looks at him like very sweetly and she's like, "Sometimes I watch you when you sleep." Often. Like most nights.
Most nights.
Yeah, most nights.
I don't know why I am unable to get to that. Have you observed what's going on?
No, I haven't.
Watch this.
Okay.
Okay, I have the one with the purple thingy targeted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shield bash it out of its timer.
Yeah.
Why?
Weird hitbox glitch related to that log? Or that stump?
It's okay, Greg's still playing.
Maybe it was because you hit a shielded enemy first? That doesn't seem...
That doesn't seem right.
That
but
seems very specific, but that could be it.
I'm kind
Anyway.
of wishing for Garnet right now because I feel like she could do something about this shield.
I liked Pearl well enough when she was the butt of a lot of jokes. And it's because I could identify with her on a surface level. That top layer, I saw myself reflected in her. And then in a rare twist, I often identify with characters that are worrisome, that have anxiety, right?
Yeah. Wonder why.
I don't know. Can you tell me?
It's got me really bothered.
Yeah. So I often identify with characters that experience a lot of anxiety, but this show does a rare thing where it goes on to say, and it's very well founded. She has seeing her gain so much and then lose so much and then being afraid of that process repeating. I think that that's the source of a lot of her fear, right? She's in a position where she feels obligated to try again, to try to be close to someone, to be vulnerable again. And I think that's just really challenging. So that's why Pearl is my most favorite. It's because she is the sad clown.
Yeah.
She's constantly weeping into the pie of life. At the end of the day, she picks up another and tries again. Yeah? What's up?
I got taken away by your story and I forgot what I was doing. What if we... no, it's better to just protect right now, and he's probably gonna hit that bubble.
Well,
so she needs to go here. Okay.
You practiced ahead. So I think that you probably know better than I do at this point. I would just say generally that buzzsaw is probably the worst foe.
Yeah. I have to say though, when
you did it, I think it might be because you're hitting a shielded enemy first. Because I think that that's too consistent for it to be a glitch or something.
I think you're right. Okay. Oh, yes, when you say practice, what you should really be saying is learn how to play. Like, remembered how to play. Because I just, like, my strategy was not so good.
Well, I was trying to not look too closely at what you were doing, but I vaguely remember seeing a very large creature on screen. So I imagine that you at least played until the end of this forested zone.
I think it did.
Oh, I had a thought. Here comes a thought.
Yeah?
That's a song. I made a reference.
You did. Good job.
I know. I'm proud of me. I had a thought. The Steven Universe shipping community must be just the most wholesome.
All right, I can take a hint.
Because if you want to ship someone in Steven Universe, you can just skip all of the physical grossness and just jump straight to the part where they have progeny, which is expressed as a fusion.
Yes.
In that way, I guess it's a little subversive. Because it's pretty easy to think like, oh, I bet that post-space adventure Lars, Steven could probably, there could be a reason to have to fuse with Lars.
Can Lars fuse? Is he dead? Or is he undead? Like, if we were playing
I think
D&D,
he was dead. I would say that what happened to Lars is he straight up died, and then someone cast the Steven Universe equivalent of Resurrection. So I think that if your mind wanders to that, it's like, what would the fusion of Steven and Lars look like, or any other character? And there was a realization of like, oh man, I'm just writing fan fiction now.
Yeah.
I'm visualizing fan fiction.
It does change the nature of fan fiction. Or, I mean, no, shipping, not
Right.
fan fiction. What we were saying.
Well, speaking of characters that I like, that's one of the reasons why I like Garnet so much.
Yeah, love her.
And it's because actually, we're very close to the end of an episode. Do you think that you have this, or do you think that this is going to be a problem scenario because Greg is down?
No, this is gonna be fine.
Okay, then why don't we just come back tomorrow?
Yeah, this fight is not particularly interesting.
Okay.
Except for Connie's awesome.
And I've got Garnet thoughts.
Okay. I mean, now that we've got the two dangerous things out of the way,
yeah,
like it's just a matter of time, really.